The moment I hammered my deed to an oak, a woman in a neon vest stormed up, shouting I was trespassing on her HOA land. What followed was drones, fake fines, and a midnight land grab on property I'd just bought. I wasn't giving up this forest without a fight. I still remember the smell of wet oak that morning, the way mist clung to the low creek like the woods were exhaling. 2 weeks earlier, I'd wired the money and closed on 190 acres at a county surplus auction. To me, it wasn't just a parcel, it was the quiet I'd been chasing for years, a place to breathe without the hum of city sirens. The dirt road twisted downhill and opened into a clearing rimmed by hardwood giants older than my grandfather. Birdsong rang like scattered bells. I stepped out of the truck, boots sinking into leaf litter, watching sunlight scatter through branches. Every part of this land whispered belonging. I'm a county forester by trade. I read legal descriptions the way some folks read grocery lists. My deed was clean, the survey markers immovable. This forest, every moss-covered rock of it, was legally mine. What I didn't know, my arrival was about to ignite a suburban turf war I'd never asked for. I was unloading stakes and tape when I heard tires crunching gravel. Out of the haze marched a woman in a fluorescent vest that read HOA Security in black marker. Clipboard hugged to her chest, jaw locked like she just swallowed a lemon. "You can't park here," she barked before I'd even shut off my engine. "This is private HOA property." I blinked. "I'm Luke Porter. Bought this tract from the county. Here's the deed." She snatched the folded paper, scanning as if one typo could erase reality. "This says you own everything from the main road to Deer Creek. That includes our walking trail." "That's correct," I said evenly, slipping the deed back. "Posted sale. Paid cash. Clean title." Color flushed up her neck. "You can't just buy community land and kick families out. We've built benches, kept trails clear. This is ours." I respected passion, but property law doesn't bend to volume. I hammered a laminated copy of the deed onto the trailhead oak. "I'm not in your HOA. Never was, never will be. If you want access, just ask permission." She glared like I'd stolen Christmas. "This isn't over," she hissed, spinning on her heel. Her vest flapped behind her like a cape as she stormed back toward the subdivision. 2 days later, I found a forestry violation, $400 fine, taped to my shed, a drone circling the canopy, and a citation for an unauthorized deer trail. It was almost laughable, except somebody was documenting, filming, circling. That night my inbox pinged with an email from my surveyor. "Old concrete markers don't match the new stakes. Let's talk." Someone was playing with boundaries, literally. The peaceful retreat I'd bought was suddenly contested ground. A knock rattled my cabin door. Nate, the quiet neighbor who walked his dog by the creek, shifted nervously. "Mind if I talk off record?" "About Paula, the HOA president." Over coffee he scrolled through screenshots, invoices, fee ledgers, trail maintenance, payments funneling straight into Paula's checking account. "She's been doing this for years," Nate whispered. "Folks stay silent. She makes life miserable if you push back." Line by line, the evidence painted fraud. Fake assessments, no treasurer signatures, emergency tree removal, charges on trees still standing in my forest. And worse, email threads pitching contractors on exclusive retreat facilities inside what she kept calling community preserve. My stomach sank. This wasn't about a hiking path. She was circling real money. 3 days later, folding chairs appeared at the trail entrance, a handwritten sign screaming, "Emergency community meeting, illegal land seizure." I slipped quietly to the back as 15 neighbors gathered. Paula launched into theatrics. "Our forest is under attack by an outsider plotting to sell it to developers." Gasps rippled. Before pitchforks could rise, a calm voice cut through. "Documentation, please," said Nora, a longtime resident. "The charter's being updated," Paula stammered. I stepped forward, holding up phone photos of the original concrete markers, county seal intact. "These are real survey posts. The land was always state surplus, now it's mine." Murmurs spread. Nora examined my survey report, nodding. "Looks legitimate." "Paula, why do your fees keep climbing if this isn't ours?" The meeting dissolved into whispers and side-eyes. Paula's bluster cracked. The next morning Mrs. Taylor from the pharmacy handed me a glossy brochure, Woodland Luxury Retreat, opening soon. Artist renderings of cabins and a spa, right on my creek. Paula's name gleamed as project director. Deposits now accepted. A contractor email stapled inside detailed foundation work, utilities, event pavilion. My land. My forest. Her fantasy. I pivoted. Instead of shouting fraud, I invited the neighborhood, guided forest tour, learn what's really planned. 20 people came, kids clutching notebooks. I showed deer prints, soil cores, the canopy's microclimate. I'm a forester. No malls, no strip cuts. Just conservation and respectful access. Parents exchanged glances, truth carried weight. Stories spilled. Paula fining a family for a wheelchair ramp, special assessments with no receipts. Anger simmered into resolve. Then someone pointed out fresh surveying tripods I hadn't set. Tags bore a construction firm's logo. Paula had already mapped build sites. At dawn a week later, diesel growls shook the trees. An excavator trundled down my trail, followed by trucks, ribbon, balloons, even a local councilman clutching scissors. Paula, draped in a ceremonial sash, beamed under a banner, Woodland Retreat, Grand Dedication. Cameras flashed. Investors milled. I barely dialed 911 before 3 county vehicles rolled in. Officer Ruiz, the building inspector, the assessor. A megaphone crackled. All unpermitted work on disputed land must cease immediately. Confusion rippled. Guests scattered, murmuring. Paula froze as officials fanned out photographing machinery. Then the assessor delivered the kicker. Ma'am, your HOA clubhouse extends 12 feet into Mr. Porter's property. Continued use requires his written consent. The irony stunned even me. She'd waged war over land while her own headquarters trespassed. County code cited Paula for unauthorized construction, fraudulent fee collection, and demanded restitution. Woodland Luxury Retreat LLC? Revoked. Residents voted her out, appointing Nora interim president. I offered the HOA a symbolic lease, $1 per year, to keep their clubhouse open, contingent on conservation partnership, shared trail upkeep, transparent budgets, environmental education boards posted quarterly. Neighbors once wary now waved from porches. Kids asked when the next wildlife walk would be. My forest shifted from battleground to community classroom. Owning land taught me something: boundaries aren't only legal lines, they're personal. If you don't defend yours, someone will redraw them for you. Ever faced a neighbor who thought they ruled your space? Drop your wildest HOA story in the comments. I read them all. Hit like if you want more true-to-life land dramas. And remember, protect your trees, your peace, your ground.